Fubo's part of the like same basket as GME and BBBY. Um, the whole basket ran on the 16th. I think they blew off whatever obligations they were carrying into like the August OPEX period across the entire basket because BBBY was running so hard. That happened. That also happened on November 3rd, when BBBY announced their share buyback. So similar type of event. I think anytime you see significant price action on any of the basket stocks, you'll see like an event like that occur. Either significant news or significant price action, because they de-risk, right? They immediately de-risk. A SPY breaks below 390, holds for any reasonable amount of time. How low do you see it trending over the coming weeks? I don't necessarily think a break below 390 is going to be a continuation of a downtrend. Also, I'm really not sure it's going to break under 390. At least not until the Fed announcement, if then. About 10 Gen 25C for 70 cents. They're green right now by quite a bit. Yeah, it's been a good play. A lot of money to be made on it. That's the hope, right? Like, GME has more liquidity now and likely will be less explosive into the future as time drags on. And so, Fubo's kind of a bet that we can pick up the beginnings of what GME realized throughout last year, right? In a different way. Obviously, they're very dissimilar, but there's similar opportunity for volatility shorts coming in back into Fubo. Remember that shorting dries up liquidity also. Like, so that's a benefit to this kind of play, and the shorting, high insider ownership, and liquid options chains promote and high ETF inclusion promote the shorting of volatility on the underlying. And then when you get volatility shorts, you get OPEX cycles because volatility shorts need ETF liquidity in order to maintain their control of the volatility in the underlying and keep it elevated. And then to do that, you need a very specific type of stock. And I think Fubo fits all those metrics. And in addition, has bullish news. So it's very possible that over the next year or two, Fubo is going to upcycle into, a highly volatile cyclical stock. And we're in at theoretically the bottom. Yeah, shares are great right now. Shares and leaps are amazing because the potential to sell covered calls on a stock like GME over a 2-year period greatly exceeds the money you would make from simply selling the shares at the top or trying to profit off the cycles with long options, because your short volatility at the peaks of the cycles by selling covered calls is, institutionally reinforced, because the short volatility, like the short sellers who are shorting volatility, are also going to short volatility at the top and reinforce your short vol position. So you're able to sell in the money covered calls, capturing massive amounts of the upside profit with the shares that you have, to the point where your shares are essentially free. And then you have free ownership and what's likely a fairly good growth company. And beyond that, you have profitable ownership in a growth company. What made you buy 38.75 instead of 40 with much higher OI? I liked the 38.75 strike. It was priced nicely based on my initial brief estimate. It was exactly 0.2 delta. I just made a mess.